Diego si Immortal, VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
No, we've seen it's kind of boot to travel BKB, or it can even be BKB before the boot to travel. Tiny's going to go for a very early one as well, so they might really be lacking damage on Army Geniuses unless there's like a nice stun from Narman. Unless there's... Is anyone going to die, actually? I want to keep speaking skill aid. Please make sure you don't end up dying.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're getting those boar hits in just for a little bit
Oh, yeah, it should go down. Oh, the salve! Oh, no, Marie.
Galacticos is you've already got this winning lane in mid, right? Lina is going to beat Storm Spirit 9 times out of 10. And you've got heroes that do a great job at rotating. Well, at least one with skill A. Very quickly able to join in the rest of the lineup.
RT?
Be so much experience. He's level 5 and RT's level 3.
It's a big concern. Lane Hor has level 6. Oh, Azura went back into the LSA. Beautifully played from Hall. We were mentioning that he was struggling early, but almost doubled the last hits of the Storm before he even hit 30 and gets a kill to his name. So nice past couple of minutes for the Lina. Carry as much as what it was deserved. And I'm still seeing a couple of times as Azura dodges the LSA. It's not good for Reese to combo with as well. It's only 1 point in the ink swell. It was a cute attempt from Skill A to try and kick him out of range, but they get the stun and the damage nonetheless. And a nice little return kill for Azura.
It's all about Azura this game. He needs to have a good game to enable them to stay active, prevent the Lina from getting farm and being too much for the Medusa to contest. Like you said, the good attack range on the Lina is very effective.
Blink off the hood, is that the route you would hope as well?
Let's have a look at what Beastmaster's farm's like. I'm just thinking like...
Oh, Azura. They're TPing the tide in, just in case a further fight breaks out, but Wami won't really be necessary. Well, maybe not. He'll just come over, snag away the kill. Now, when the... Oh, look at Narman. Oh, this is perfect. He sees Skill 8 along with Zorain. Narman's going to get a solo kill, but they will...
And we were singing his praises, but Skiller's been a little off the mark today with his Earth Spirit. Missing a lot of rolls and even just the kicks of the boulder smash.
Our team might be in trouble. Azura playing with the regen. And they're even dropping a Ravage as well from Wami. So a heavy commitment, but you haven't used the Ravage so far, so you happen to put that one... What was the nail one? I don't remember. Still dead as a doornail. Oh, it's just simple as that. Oh, zip in, Azura. Popping a very early BKB, but a beautiful D-Crep's going to minimize the damage. Oh, Wami's in as well. Lacking a little bit of follow-up. Yes, they get the kill on the Pug, but where's the rest of the damage from Army Geniuses? They don't get the greatest usage out of the Ravage, but they are eyeing up Paul, knowing that the BKB is on cooldown, but they're getting closer to their tier 1 tower. They're trying to turn it around. Just going to be claimed away, but still, they haven't tickled DB, but he doesn't really have the damage on the Medusa as Azura's back in for the instant roar, holding back the Storm, but it really doesn't do anything as DB still untouched this team fight. Azura's going to zip over the tree line, finds a little bit of damage. No! KSH prevents the finishing blow as a Tiny puts him in the grave.
Previously, you've got some decent timings up now. Tiny's got a good amount of farm. If they caught out first, though, can't be losing the Pugner. He's a big part of your team fight. And just look at the TPs up from Army Geniuses, realizing that, hey, this is the weak point on the map right now.
Quick and easy kill, looking to get out as easy as that. And they will. Okay, 1 for 1, nothing crazy.
What's Hall going to go for? Looks like he's got the Boots of Travel coming out to him. So he just wants to shove out a few more of these lanes. He's got an Arcane Rune available. I still... Just walking around these trees. Try and distract away from
see you.
Like, okay.
What is this game? Oh, bottom lane. Narman's trying to set up on Hall, but again, no one's near. So maybe trying to cancel a TP so they can take a fight somewhere else?
Yeah.
What's going on the past 4 minutes? This is a wild game. We've got like 5 1v1s. This Nama now finally tries to annoy Hor, and he forces a BKB out. You didn't know where the storm was, so you had to just BKB TP. I think was even TPing to the outpost as top lane. Dusa is going to be controlled for the moment with the Roar. They're doing a great job to dwindle the resources, but DB has got backup starting to come. Still trying to stand his ground to jump in from Wummy. Ravage at the ready. It's going to chuck it out onto 3, but DB will get the kill and look to get away, but the Avalanche prevents that as KSH drops the combo onto 2. And Yangon doing BKB so they can then get that kill on the second attempt.
Going hunting though on KSH, trying to find someone around the map here, but that's Silver Edge.
Oh, that was a quick reaction. Azura very nicely played. Now KSH, he just has to stand his ground. There's no hope of a TP. There's no hope of a BKB usage without it. And Azura, set up from those quick reactions, then gets rewarded with the kill.
Azura, but he's hugging the left-hand side of his lane.
Dude, Naman is... I feel like
He's everywhere.
Yeah, I gotta stop singing this man's praises. I don't know how he keeps doing it. He's even got detection as well. I was gonna make sure you gotta have detection. Haha, Tiny killed off. That'd be the worst thing. I'm singing his praises and then all.
To place up some vision here. Don't know how far forward you can look to go though.
Zoran's in trouble.
Place the Nether Ward at least.
Oh, get something down. Wummy even jumps behind. Oh boy. No buybacks.
Close.
It's at a barracks as well. Or do you feel like Army Geniuses maybe need a pick off before they think about butting their heads up high ground once again?
No, I think you just stand behind this Medusa and look to counter-initiate.
Well, Wummy, he's on top of Azura. If they can get rid of the Tide Hunter before the threat of the Ravage, and they'll do just that. Radiant, a valuable target to kill off, but look at DB. Stone Gaze forcing Yangon to retreat away, but they don't have the opportunity as Azura pounces onto the high ground. They're onto KSH. He's in trouble, and the Tinies, the Rockman, killed off. DB is just way too farmed, and Wummy's back alive. He wants his revenge. He wants someone to put back into the grave, but they won't have that capability. But you probably have pretty close to the Tinies as well, doubling. Jesus. One last fight outside the base, but nice scan. They're going to get set up for this now. So KSH going to try and go to the back line. Wummy's not that valuable. They're going to commit the Roar onto him as well. Silver's Edge, so there's going to be no Kraken shot. Wummy killed off. How do they set themselves up now for this fight? You've used all your BKBs. There's DB just locking onto the heroes by the high ground to in the grave. And are they going to go back in though? Yangon? Yeah, they will. Skill 8. Nice rolls on the mark. DB kicked onto the high ground. Nice. Okay. Now they can just solo down Naman. But DB puts a BKB inside the inventory. He's going to TP out. So actually you got the Ancient Black Dragon as well. So this top lane is something that needs to be addressed, especially with the catapult. Maybe Hor can get a pick off on Grim potentially if they're expecting a support to do this role, because he is continuing to stalk the lane.
Yeah, it seems like he's just escorting the wave forward here, and if it's someone like a Grimstroke that wants to come forward, it'd be pretty easy to take them out. Oh, actually...
Stormcat's on his TP. Just for the Pugna kill, okay.
Don't think they saw that, because he was TP himself. Went for the Swift Blink. Gotta make something happen now, huh?
Just gonna TP back. RT instantly jumping in, but Wummy, can he get the Ravage off? They're doing a lot of damage to the Tide Hunter. Wummy finds the ultimate, but not too much avail with the BKBs protecting Yangon, but DB stands his ground. And Naman's going to make sure they don't get back inside the base, but it truly doesn't matter. It's objective-based gaming for Army Geniuses as they're on to the last set of barracks.
Nothing's changed. Just stand behind the Medusa.
They have got a Cedra drop, so they see KSH. Awkward blink timing from both. Now with the Scotty slow, DB is completely out of mana, but it's not going to matter. They're going to go back in onto Azura at the last second zip. But once the BKB's expired, Army Geniuses, they sense a sign of weakness. Storm's still in trouble in the backline, RT. Solo kills Azura. Let's see what else they can set themselves up for, though. Outside the base in the middle, Remnants. Looks like RT gets a double kill. Back to bottom we go is DB trying to stand his ground off the back of the BKB, but they're going to be able to kill him off. Now he does have a buyback at least, so it's not like they can walk it down. He's even going to look to buy back, trying to TP outside to help out Wami. But he's very, very far. They don't have the outpost, so it's going to...
In the ideal scenario where you are able to kill the Medusa twice. She doesn't have buyback. Storm won't have buyback. You've got a Tiny. You can potentially look to end the game if everything goes right for you. Gaben's saying 0%. I'm saying 1.5.
1.5? I reckon with Aegis now it gets rid of that win condition. So...
Half. Final offer.
Okay.
Oh no, you can't be the ones getting caught out under a sentry.
It's an aggressive blink once again. Tidehunter might not get the Ravage off. Wami still, but it doesn't matter. DB stuck on the high ground in awkward position, but Azura. What a scepter usage. Vortex dragging back all three, and now DB. He's got the blink now available. Back off cooldown. And the throne will pop to the creeps as Army Geniuses.
I feel like there's about 50 different items. They have no damage into the Chronosphere. Good chain lockdown for the Void. They...
Look, if... Can you give me a spiel on how Yangon take this game?
Oh, Narman.
Maybe with
Dying
first blood?
would be a pretty big deal. I mean, he doesn't have the Shikuchi.
Oh no, Narman.
That's one way. Just giving something
my...
over to a Tusk to allow... There's no...
Got him. Wami on the Timber paired with Narman on the Weaver, and I like what they've done. They put the Grimstroke out of the lane of where the Oracle is going to be playing, so you don't have the potential. As Varese actually almost goes down. They might still turn around. Look at the Riptides just being spammed out on RT. And now Skillade. No, he's going to scurry on out of there.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
He should be able to get the camp block removed as well.
Another bash. One more right click. Anything? Yep, they'll get it from Zorain. So Narman's going to go down for the second time this game. But I'm worried because we've got the catapult coming out shortly. And as soon as you get the catapult, and maybe even level 6, then Wami will have firm control of this lane. As he might even get a kill on Zorain along with that. Although Zorain will try and path his way into the river where there's not as many trees, but he's got boots and he's got the Orb of Venom slow, so might not even need a spell to get the kill.
Should be able to get back to the lane as well. Might only miss.
Team might be in trouble. Reese has got 2 points in the Ink Swell, so they're going to try and rely on that. Oh, okay. Awkward spell casting, and now RT. He's got skill lane nearby. They're going to continue to cancel the epicenter. Zera's going to be cautious, especially with Hor thinking about showing up. So a big kill for Yangon Galacticos, and they'll even catch up Varese. Trying to juke his way to the western side, but RT gets a last punch, and our bottom... He's going to have to chain himself out of harm's way.
Radiant's top
out.
tower is under
Actually
attack.
has 0 points in the tag team on this Tusk as well. Going pure magic style. Doesn't really synergize with the Phase Boots build, but really just feeling the need to try and pressure out those Naga illusions as much as possible. Tag team, like you kind of need the flamethrower pretty early on Wami. Like you don't have the greatest tower taking on Army Genius's side.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They are all moving top on Army Geniuses. It's going to be on Azura to get the jump in with the lane ward. They will run into the Rubik. So an easy pick off. No messing around for Army Geniuses. And look at how they're playing, making sure they do not group up for a multi-man chrono. Okay, so he's going to try and jump the backline. That's where the Sand King is vulnerable at best. Can they get the Timbersaw kill as well? He's not an easy one by any stretch, but Stolen Chakra from Skillade will give them that opportunity. So nice buyback from the Rubik, recognizing they would have been lacking the damage without his assistance. And now even Narman in the tree line is going to be in trouble. Time lapse down to the south, but they do get the Fortune's end at the last second. So Yangon Galacticos find 3.
Alright, nice little way to go. They do end up losing the mid tower though. DB not wanting to just sit idly in the jungle, having to be a little bit careful here on the Void Spirit. Taking a fair amount of damage here, and just have a look at the quick buy through on DB.
Top lane, Azura, that's a huge epi. Faceless Void's brought down incredibly low, and the Snowball won't even be near him to offer some protection. Zati tried to put his body on the line, but now cutting through the trees.
Oh, nice little
No,
juke there.
okay, yeah. If they don't see him right, well, he's got to be left, and it would have been too long to TP out as a dieback on the Rubik. Along with that, underneath the tier 1 tower, as DB was able to sweep to top and connect at the remnants of the fight.
Yeah, gets the ultimate orb. And
Oh, top lane, they're charging up the Epi. I don't think there's anything Skill A can do to disrupt this already. The damage has been dealt. Okay,
Skille.
maybe he can do that. Sakuchi's about to expire, but Wami with the backstab. We saw it prior from DB. This time we're going to see it from Wami just cutting off the only escape avenue.
So I like the fact that they're actually grouping up a little bit more strongly together now. DB is... Oh, okay, they're just going to go into Roche, I suppose, realizing that the Chronosphere is not going to be available for the next little bit. They don't really want to take any kind of skirmishes because you don't have that epicenter available.
They're in trouble, though. RT's going to get out. Azure's going to make sure that's not a possibility. Now Wami's onto the backline as well, disrupting the Oracle. So we can't really spellcast freely, though it's still messy from Army Geniuses. Azure is killed off. Horde dropped the combo. You don't have the song as well to retreat away, so they're going to try and group up as a team, playing around their Observer Ward. Going to go back into the south. They see KSH. He's already used the Mask of Mana, so he can't time walk. Nice read from Army Genius, but DB still needs some assistance. Or does he? It seems like the Naga is still untouchable. He's got the song. If he wants to use it aggressively, well, it's going to jump over to the right side, offering up some burst potential. Back out he goes. Beautiful play from the Void Spirit. He's still getting targeted down from Wami, but a T is going to come in at the nick of time, along with Azura. But a Resonant Pulse protecting Hor for the last little moment. To the east inside, the Void Spirit goes. He's going to be trailing onto the Observer Ward. So Army Geniuses have full information of where the Void Spirit is starting to position. Now they're back onto the Tuskar as well, but hang on, DB? Whoa, that's a bit too close for comfort. And they're still going to jump in. Wami and Azura, they got plenty of resources to take this fight. What is going on? They're on KSH again.
I don't think they can make anything happen. He's just going to go for the solo Chronosphere. Walking into it as well is Wami. Just a little timing there.
Azura's got Epi. Is he going to go for this? Okay, on the Tusk instead of KSH, but...
It's a core.
It is a core. Without a doubt, it is a core. You take away the life of RT, and... Dude, what is this game?
Feels very pubby, let's be honest.
A fight where he's freely on the backline, because we've seen Wami target him, and now Naga's just going to send multiple illusions at him as well. So, oh, KSH again. Oh, they even got an ATOS on Narman. Beautiful itemization, and the last second silence to put the nail in the coffin. They're going to be eyeing up Skill A along with this. Shard's not really helping out Skill A too much. He's kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place, so they got the double damager in the hole. Timbersaw gets ripped apart. DB still trailing the fight. Gonna run into the Oracle onto the backline. But Army Geniuses with a numbers advantage can move this to another easy pickoff. As the Tuskar, well, he's gonna try and take someone to the grave with him, but doesn't have the damage by himself. Was very hesitant to jump in. He's still gonna try and do this. All right, dude, Hor is having an exceptional game.
He needs to. Everything is on this man right now, and yeah, things might start out. I wonder what he might look to go into next here on DB as well. There's that first use of the Orchid there. Very easy kill onto Skill A.
He's got song in 3 seconds. Can he even get it off, though? He's not going to have the opportunity. This DB, a bit too greedy, gives up a wicked sick in KSH. Well, he'll have the finishing blow, so 654 gold injected into the Bank of the Void, and that will be closer to his BKB. And look at this, they want to go.
He's so incredibly important there, Narman.
Oh, beautiful, Narman. Scouts out the smoke. You're okay if you lose one, but hang on, they actually want to take the fight as Azura into the middle. Epicenter, mass amounts of damage onto KSH. Hor as well is going to be cautious. They have the follow-up. Although they don't have the control, that's the big X factor. But Wami Chakra from the low ground, and he'll get
a bit too close to the enemy base for my liking.
Epicenter from Azura.
For a Rubik, yeah. He's got the buyback, so this is probably not something where you actually want to continue committing onto these tier 2 towers. Maybe try and take a little bit more control over the bottom side of the map.
He's running aggressively under the Observer. What's still without the BKB? What's that damage? Oh my god, the Ink Swell paired with Wami's just so much burst as there was no opportunity for the Oracle to dump abilities out defensively. And off to the other side, our TP finally chases down RT. He was trying to do so for quite some time, but in the end, gets it. He had to use a song for that.
Bottom tier 2 tower will go down while this is happening. Lane's just pushing in on their own.
Okay, Sage. They're going to look to jump the Faceless Void. Nice reactions with the Time Walk. Split up fight. They're going to make sure they're not grouped up. They'll kill off the Oracle. Now towards the right side, RT, he's been caught out as well. He's got no more follow-up. And now Army Geniuses can start funneling inside the base as the buybacks, they're lacking on 2. Epicenter charge, Azure's got the Burrow Strike still available. The follow-up stuns are there, and even though the Chronosphere looking pretty good for KSH, he'll get a kill on a core, but he won't get anything more out of it as even Azure wants to buy back him for the last time, put them in the grave. So looking like they will do just that. A dieback for the Rubik, and now the base soon to be in shambles.
DB just going fountain diving. You wanted to buy that Bloodthorn immediately, not even having the patience to wait for his crew to come back to him. He's just sitting himself out there. I'm sorry, man. Yeah.
Alright, out they go. Oh no! No, not like this, KSH! Oh, the tips are out. Dude, you've already demolished them. Now you've got to tip them as well. It's just salt in the wounds. It is just salt in the wounds as KSH. He's trying to fight with the BKB. Yes, to get the kill on the Grimstroke. But he's still just killing illusions. They haven't been able to find the real Naga as now Wami hunting down the Void. They don't have stuns, but they know he's struggling to be able to TP out. At the top side of the pit, though, Rubik and Tusk are doing a lot of damage. It's going to be a dieback on Azura, but KSH is still getting chased down from Wami. He's making sure he holds the Yules. There's any threat of a TP out, but honestly, what I thought was going to be much worse than what it was.
I don't think you could fault too.
DB. There's so many illusions now. Like, what do you do? What's going to try?
Moonshot as well.
Well, killed off all the illusions. That's pretty important. Wami might be in trouble. Oh, man. Well, no, man. Flies in, time lapse with the Aghanims, and now Wami's back up to full resources. They stole the song, but they also just killed the Rubik instantly. It doesn't matter as DB's firmly standing his ground, and the Soulbind is going to put them in a position where they have to duel the Naga Siren, and that is not a hero you want to be man-fighting, especially with how farmed DB is. And congratulations to lads from Indonesia. It looks like they will be qualifying the second slot over to phase 2, and DB, no, Horde just DB out, no! He tried to get outside the base. He's still got the Aegis though, so it doesn't matter.
They're just having fun with this one, you know. I think regardless of this, Yangon must feel confident enough that their results against the teams that are currently sitting in that
Timber's got a basher.
lower bracket. Sure, why not?
Okay. Okay, I mean that Chrono with the... What's going on?
I don't know, man.
I'll get no buyback, dead for 100. Wami's gonna tick out as well. They all don't have buybacks. I mean, they can't throne. There's tier 2, no glyph. It's up to...
Illusions. Get a lot of those Maelstrom procs onto him.
So awkward Burrow Strike. And Hall, he instantly kills off the Weaver, but it is gonna be at the cost of the BKBs. Soulbind doing a very good job to control them. They're going to the west side instead as Wami. Well, this bash is not really going to help you out too much at the moment, but they are starting to come in the area. Hiding down the Timber Saw, not an easy kill. Azura waiting for a window to jump in with the Epicenter. KSA still protected with the BKB. Azura hasn't found the window just yet. Actually going to the northern side, targeting Horde, but he can just TP out. Meanwhile, DB, a song preventing anything from being utilized with the Chrono. They stole the song once again. How can they set themselves up now with this song, though? What's going on in the backline? Okay, unable to juke the Chakram. So the Void Spirit's going to be killed off. 120 seconds without a buy. Song 60-second cooldown? What?
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks
It does have the talent. 80 at max out? I didn't know it was 80.
Yeah.
Thought it was longer.
Also has the
nice
shard on the
snowball. Okay. RT buying a little bit more time, but the throne exposed. No Void Spirit. It's all their damage. No Chrono as well. Still on cooldown for another 35 seconds. And now it's time for Fountain Diving. Now it's time to get Yusa out of the Basher onto Wami. But look at them. That's respect. More hesitancy. You know, they don't want to throw like they potentially did last time with the Chrono and 3 heroes dying inside. They've had enough.
Radiant's Ancient is under attack.
Just a friendly little standoff here. Letting the siege creep do the work. Let's go Cardi, the super siege creep.
Oh boy, Azura.
Come in.
Nice stall of Burrow. K-Sage actually has an opportunity to get Time Walk out, but the Cardi is continuing
What
to
is
rack up
this?
the damage.
What is
no
this
one
skirmish
is hitting
between
the
Fountain
throne.
and the
What?
Ancient?
Yeah, just the throne and you can end this. Void no buyback. But Hori's back alive, so we'll see what the Void Spirit's really able to do in regards to damage, but all his ultimate charges expended. He's back inside the base and looks like
There we
DB
go.
makes the call and Yangon, yeah, they're going to call it quits. So, our Army Geniuses, they will take our second slot, second out of the 4. They're going to move on with Execration, as we saw them, I think, what, day 3? They were able to qualify yesterday, so beautifully played from Army Genius. Very, very convincing from them.
It was for sure. Maybe not so much the very end of the game, but a little bit clowny. It just felt like their draft was so much stronger overall, right? And
Right.